Thank you, Barry. Well, it's Christmas time and it's a time of good cheer. If you're looking for a very special medal-winning wine for Christmas, we have 3 on the table for tasting. And conducting the tasting, it's a big welcome to Tony Astle, MasterChef from Antoine's restaurant in Parnell. Tony Astle, my friend, good to see you.
Always good to see you.
One more time for 2011.
It's nearly gone. It is nearly gone.
But what a great privilege and a pleasure we have. Here's 3 beautiful award-winning from the Air New Zealand Wine Show. We get to drink them for Christmas, Tony.
And guess where we're back again?
Yeah.
South Island.
The beautiful Awatiri Valley is where we've got 2 of our wines, and right down to Bendigo, right down, that's in central Otago, the old gold fields, and of course now it's the new gold, and the new gold is wine. Well, Tony, let's first of all mention very briefly, what are the 3 wines we've got on the table?
The 3 wines, very lucky wines we've got today, is a Dashwood Sauvignon Blanc. We've got a Lamont Pinot Gris.
Yes.
And we have a Stanley Pinot Gris.
Yep.
2
Yep.
Pinot Gris and 1 Sauvignon Blanc.
Why don't we start with Dashwood, shall we?
Dashwood's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
2 trophies at the Air New Zealand.
2 trophies.
And
but
a pure
elite gold. And this has got a great story.
Yes, it is.
The man that owns this is unbelievable.
His name is Bill Foley.
From Foley Family Wines in America. You know, he's got 10 vineyards, and the biggest one in America.
10
California.
Yeah. Here in New Zealand? What's he got here in New Zealand?
And he's got 6 now. He has interest in 6, or has bought 6 vineyards throughout New Zealand. He's obviously got a huge passion.
He's got a huge passion for wine.
And it's working for him.
So you say to yourself, Tony, how does a man get to own all this? Well, he is the chairman of 2 Fortune 500 companies.
Not 1, 2.
2.
It's amazing, isn't it? He just happened to be in New Zealand to pick up the awards, which is pretty amazing. I mean, there he is, a billionaire in America, got so many things to do. He just happens to be in New Zealand. Maybe he just had so much faith in the wine, he thought he should be here just in case. But I tell you what, it was well worth him being here. But New Zealand is a very lucky country having this man. You know, and he's also just recently has bought into Euro Vintage, which is Nick Hearn, and it's a family that I've been involved with for many, many years. Like Nick's father, and now Nick, and of course he now owns Euro Vintage. And
what's Euro Vintage?
Euro Vintage is actually a distributor in New Zealand, a very big one. And Mr. Foley is now part of that as well. So, every end of the spectrum. But Nick Hearn is a very, very good operator. And, you know, I'm sure he's very pleased to have Mr. Foley with him.
Well, after all the talk, my taste buds are starting to yearn for a Dashwood.
There we go.
Thank you, Tony. Oh, sensational.
I mean, it's very Sauvignon Blanc, isn't
without
it?
even tasting it.
It's got all the gutsiness in there of a Sauvignon Blanc. Be interesting. I'm really wanting to try this. So shall we go?
Well, let's taste. Wow.
I mean, this is real Sauvignon Blanc.
That is brilliant.
You know, and it's not only just great to be drinking by itself, it's a great food wine, this one. It's an interesting one because it's got all those mouth washes that run around, and the back palate is unbelievable, the middle palate, and yet it's still quite dry.
Yeah, now look, it lives up to it. You know, you're always a bit worried that it's won all these medals, but you won't like it. But that is, can I have another taste, Tony?
I think you better.
Yeah.
At the moment, this most beautiful white asparagus around New Zealand, and finally we've got this beautiful white asparagus all year round. And I've actually been thinking about this, and I'm thinking white asparagus, and I'm also thinking, you know, New Zealand makes great avocado oil, just a light citrus avocado oil with white asparagus. This will be a winner.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations. Congratulations to Bill Foley.
Well, thank you, Bill, for actually coming to New Zealand.
Yeah. Well, now, if you'd like to, of course, if you'd like to purchase some of this wine, you can phone 03 575 7481. 03 575 7481, and the website is www.vavasour.com. That's the pathway to Dashwood. Now, Tony, will this wine make it onto the Antoine's wine list?
Would I dare not? I have a feeling it'll be on there pretty quickly.
Okay, Tony. Now, wine number 2.
Now, the second one is Lamont Pinot Gris 2011.
And where are we? Where is this from, Tony?
We're down Bendigo now.
Bendigo. Well, let's have a look at our wine notes here, Tony, while you're pouring that. Bendigo is an old gold mining area between Cromwell and Wanaka. The vineyard is called, as you said, is called Lamont, and they planted 30 acres in 1999.
And did you know there is not one traffic light within 200 kilometres of the vineyards in Central Otago? How neat would that be?
Wouldn't that? So you've got a vineyard and the nearest traffic light is 200 kilometres away.
So that's easy.
Yeah,
you don't have to concentrate much. Huh?
The owners are Jude, Coleman and Lindsay, McLachlan. Husband and wife team. So for 10 years now they've been at it, and they keep winning gold medals. And this particular one we've got, of course, won a bronze, but they've got gold medals coming out their ears.
Plus they're also in very good restaurants throughout New Zealand. So I mean they're on the map, and they actually, but the thing is they stay on these menus because it's quality and it's consistent, and I tell you it's so important.
Right, Tony, let's raise a glass to Lamont. Well, I'm getting peach. Is there peach in there?
I think there's a bit of pear in there. There's a little bit of a bowl there, but but we'll try it and then we'll just see.
Now we're going from Sauvignon Blanc to Pinot Gris.
Pinot Gris.
So let's.
See, Pinot Gris
Beautiful.
is becoming one of my favourite wines because it's rich. The palate is good. I mean, it's rich on the palate and it's got weight. But you know, it's got a good fruit balance, but it's good and dry on the palate afterwards. You know, and this is going to, tell you, it's 2011. Let's look at it. I like keeping these little wines.
Yeah.
And in 4 or 5 years' time, it's going to develop and it's going to be unbelievable. But it's just got everything you want, and it's a very good food wine, but also it's a good afternoon wine. We should be thanking the winemaker for this because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, Duncan Gibson, who was born in Gore. I can't quite roll my R, but it's Gore.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it amazing what comes out of the South Island? I mean, this guy knows his wine. Been all over the world, Italy, France, Germany. You know, the Germans make, you know, many years ago, we used to get very sweet Rieslings and things coming out of Germany. I can actually see there is a German taste, but it's so much better than it ever was then. I mean, it's just the fruit, but it's not sweet.
Tell me, what sort of food would you put with this, Tony?
I'm thinking absolutely beautiful fresh tuna.
Ooh.
Just seared with just a little bit of Cajun spice on it, like a niçoise salad. So we've got beans and we've got just spring vegetables under it. I think this will go beautifully. It will just cut through the richness. It's just all there, and it will marry together like what you want to eat and drink at once.
Right, let's congratulate Jude Coleman and the winemaker. Wonderful job. Duncan Gibson. Haven't they done a wonderful job?
They are doing it, and I just hope they keep going on this. You know.
And if you'd like to purchase some of this beautiful Lamont wine, you just go to www.lamontwines.com. Tony, wine number 3.
Wine number 3.
Wow.
Stanley Estate, another Pinot Gris, 2011. We're back where we are with Terry Valley.
Yes.
We're back there again, okay?
Right. Up the top of the South Island. Just down from Blenheim. It's got stickers on it, Tony.
It has stickers. Pure Gold 2011 in New Zealand. I mean, we like these stickers, don't we? I think they like these stickers too.
Oh, it looks lovely, doesn't it?
And the owners are Bridget Ennals and Steve Pallett. They are a husband and wife team. Quite an interesting couple. You know, and this is Pure Gold in New Zealand Wine Awards, and it's one of only 7 gold medals out of 166 Pinot Gris entered. So it's pretty good going. And you know, Pinot Gris, as we were just saying before, is becoming a bit of a darling now. You know, we had Sauvignon Blanc; they were still there, and of course they will be there for a long time because New Zealand really does lead the world in Sauvignon Blancs.
Bridget Ennals and Steve Pallett. Where does the name Stanley come from?
They went on a 30,000 kilometre trip from Britain to Cape Town.
Oh yeah.
And they had their little rover called Stanley Rover, and of course that came from was named after Sir Henry Morton Stanley, whose fabled words were Dr. Livingston, I presume. So, anyway, but they're amazing.
So they call it Stanley.
Yes, they call it Stanley
after the band that they had.
But they, you know, they both have degrees in horticulture.
Yep.
And they got those from the Bath University in the UK. Came to New Zealand on a holiday in 2001. Thought to a family holiday. They thought, quite like it here. So in 2003. they started. It's boutique,
Yeah.
and they're passionate.
And they're winning medals.
And they seem to be winning them everywhere.
Well, let's look at the bouquet then, Tony. Stanley Estates.
Let's have a try.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
It's gone everywhere. I mean, down the back of the palate, it's around the edges of the tongue. I mean,
That's
this
a good
is
excuse
so
to try it
important.
again, Tony.
Let's think out the square here a little bit. I'm thinking, which you can get in New Zealand, and they're beautiful, is rabbit livers. Now, rabbit livers are, excuse me, Central Otago, you've got more rabbit livers than you know what to do with. I mean,
exactly.
And I also make a chicken and like a chicken and aubergine sausage, which has got no fat, no anything in it. In fact, the aubergine becomes the fat. Sausages.
Big congratulations to for the gold medal to Bridget Ennals and Steve Pellett, a passionate husband and wife team that are producing just beautiful wine. Well, today the South Island wins. 3 wines from the South Island, 2 Awatere Valley and 1 down in Bendigo. So wonderful. Now, Tony, we have a winner from last week's program. And out of the draw came the name Anthony Mason from Hillcrest in Hamilton. So, Anthony, get hold of Tony immediately.
It's not too far to drive,
No,
is it?
it's only up
Just
the
up
road,
the
isn't
hill.
it? Yeah. And you were telling me before the show started, you have one of the other winners is finally coming in this week for...
Actually, it's quite interesting because this man is obviously a passionate watcher of the show because he's entered so many times, but this time his name just came out of the hat. It's Mr. Isaac from Titirangi. We're going to show him a very good time.
Well, we'll get a photograph of him having that wonderful meal and we'll show it next year when you're back on the program.
It'll be neat. It'll be fantastic. And I must say thank you for having me here for this year. I just absolutely adore coming in here. And we've tried more wines than we'd like to think, but I tell you what, they are fantastic. And we're very proud to be New Zealand.
We're going to repeat it next year. We'll do some more wonderful wines throughout New Zealand next year. I'm going to wish you, Tony, the happiest of Christmases and a wonderful New Year. Thanks, Daddy. Bye.